Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's really late, it's 12:10, and I was writing my paper, while I was watching Princess and the Frog, and it just reminded me of a story that I was going to tell you guys. So like I said, I do have to tell you guys this story about like my best friend and how we're like not best friends anymore. My guy best friend. I'm still friends with all my girl best friends, but yeah, so this story is about prom, and I went to prom twice. I went to it once when I was a senior, and then I went to the prom the year after I graduated. So let's get started. So this story begins, just a preface. I'm gonna say their names. There's so many, I don't know if I should say. Okay, I'm gonna say one of their names, and then the other one I'm just gonna say not. I'm gonna call him something else. So basically, when I was in high school, I had two guy best friends, and one of those guy best friends was his name was Ryan, and the other one we're gonna call him Kevin. That's actually funny. And me, the reason why I'm changing Kevin's name is because I have to tell like more stories about him. So, and I don't want it to be like, oh, you readily recognize this person. So, anyway, so my senior year, Ryan and Kevin were in the grade below me. So I was a senior, they were a junior, and me and Ryan had been best friends since my sophomore year, and we were always together and everything. So he was like a given. Like where I went, he went. That was just what it is. Kevin, on the other hand, we have like a weird history, and when I tell his story or his stories, I will get into that. But basically, my senior year, my ex, I guess, I don't really consider him an ex, but I guess an ex, asked me to prom, and then it was just like this whole mess because at first he wanted to go to prom with me, and then he was like, I heard you didn't want to go, so I asked somebody else, and I was like, I didn't say all that. It was just a whole hot mess. And so I ended up going to prom by myself. That prom was really fun. There was a little issue because my brother's girlfriend at the time, she was trying to wear the same dress as me, and I was like, this is not your prom, this is my prom, and I get to wear whatever color dress I want to wear, and you can't wear the same dress as me. So, well, nobody wore the same dress as me. That dress was $350 or some shit, but whatever. So that basically what happened. We wore the dress. I went to my prom. It was really fun. It was really pretty. We had tigers and zebras, and it was just really, really, really fun. Like I had a good time at my prom. But we're gonna talk about the second prom I went to. So the next year, my friend Lindsay, she's now a senior, and she's now a senior, and so, but she does have a boyfriend while she's in high school. And so at first I think she was gonna go to prom with my guy best friend Ryan, but she didn't end up going because they had like a falling out or whatever. And so she wanted me and my friend Christina to go, and me and Christina were like, yeah, sure, we go, but for our prom you can only bring one person. So Christina was like, well, Lindsay can bring me, and since you're friends with Kevin, you ask Kevin to take you. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So Kevin wasn't planning on taking a date. He was just gonna go by himself with his friends and everything, but because I wanted to be with Lindsay, I was like, yeah, I'll go. So I asked him, we agreed, I paid for my own ticket. So it's leading up to the thing, and Lindsay could no longer go to the prom. But by the time she told us she could no longer go to the prom, I had already bought my dress, I had already bought my prom ticket, and Christina had already bought her dress. Thankfully, she did not buy her ticket yet, but that's what she did. And so I went up to the school. Me and Kevin confirmed, or Kevin, my bad. Kevin confirmed, and we were like, all right, we're going. It's cool. When I found out that Lindsay couldn't go, I texted Kevin, and I was like, hey, Lindsay isn't going anymore, but I already paid for my dress and the ticket and everything, and like we can't get a refund, so like I'm still gonna go if that's okay with you. And so at that point it was kind of like, whatever, like, yeah, we're just going, it's fine, we're just gonna go. And So we solidified that. He was like, what color dress are you wearing? I was like, I'm wearing a red dress, and everything's gonna be fine. And I was like, cool. And so like it's getting closer to prom, and what happened? Oh, it's getting closer to prom, and we were still texting, like trying to work out the details. Like, am I riding with you? Are you riding with somebody else? Am I meeting you there? Like, you know what's going on. And so I don't go to this school, but I still had friends like my friend Camille, Ryan, Jen. Like, there were just so many people that I knew that was still going to the school, like Dulce and everybody. These are important people later on in the story. But yeah, so we were trying to figure it out. At first, me and him were gonna ride together in the limo, but then I was like, I don't really know your friends, so I can just ride, like, not in the limo. And he was like, do you want me to ride with you? And I was like, I want you to have fun, so if that means you are going to ride with them, then that's what you're gonna do. So, and he was like, okay, I'm gonna ride with them. So it's the day of prom. I got my hair done. I was looking like a meal. We were in there. Yeah, so I looked good. I was like cool. Christina basically she took me, we went to go eat before the prom, because I hadn't seen Trevin. I didn't know how he looked. I hadn't really talked to him that day. I didn't really know what was going on. And so then it was like maybe 2 hours before prom, and I was like, hey, do you want to go take pictures with me really quick, and then you can go back with your friends? And he was like, well, I'm already taking pictures. And so that should have been strike one. Like, I should have already known what was going on. I should have guessed. I should have just left it at what it was. But I was like, okay, so fine, I'll just take pictures by myself. And that's what I did. I took pictures of Christina. I looked really good. I took a lot of pictures by myself, and I was okay with that because it is what it is. I took pictures by myself. And so we're taking pictures still, and then we go, I don't know where I went, but then he said he was going to eat. And so I was like, okay, I guess so. And so I don't remember what I was doing. I probably was doing like last minute touches, like making sure my hair was okay, making sure like I looked good, and like, you know, just stuff like that. And so I finished everything. I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go. I'm gonna head to the thing. So I get to the prom, and I'm texting Trevor like, hey, I'm here. Where are you? He was like, oh, I'm on my way up there. I was like, cool. So I waited, and then I'm seeing all my other friends. I'm like, hey, Camille, hey, Ryan, hey, all of you guys, like, how are you doing? You know, stuff like that. And Trevor finally gets here. Trevor shows up, and he's with his friends, and I just said that boy's real name. Tragic. Kevin shows up, and he is with his friends, and everything's fine. He comes up to me, and I like, it's cool. We're waiting in line to get into like the venue where the prom is, and like I'm trying to take pictures with him, like trying to make mementos and stuff. And he gives me like this really big flowers. Side note, at this time I did have feelings for Kevin, so every little thing that he did, it hit different. Like, remember that I had feelings for him. And so he handed me the little flower thing that goes on your wrist, and I was like, this is fantastic. Oh my god. Forgetting that that's what guys usually do for prom, so whatever. So we get inside, we check in, but like we're still kind of waiting because it's like we were early, but we weren't like early, you know what I mean? So we're sitting there, we're chilling, everything's pretty much we're just going with the flow of things. And then a song comes on, and I don't know if you heard the song, but I think it's like Hey Ladies by Travis Porter. And I was in there like, hey, you know, I was like, come on, Trevor, let's go dance. He was like, no, like I'm good. And I was like, okay. And then another song came on, and like this maybe like 10 minutes later, another song came on, and I was like, hey, Trevor, let's go dance. And he was like, no, this is why I didn't want to bring you. And I was like, and now if he would have just said that and it was just me and him standing there, I probably would have, my feelings would have been hurt, but they would have been like less hurt. he said it, and his whole group of friends were there, and like I was just standing there, and I was like, okay. And so I walked away from him, and I went and I was like, hey Camille, can I hang out with you tonight? Trevin's kind of being given ass. And so like I'm with Camille, and like we're having a good time. We go dance, and like we're having a good time. But mind you, he has I skipped the part, but it's not really that important. He had my debit card, my like ID, and he had something else that belonged to me. He had my stuff basically because I didn't have a pocket in my dress. And so I walk away. I was like, I'm gonna go do my own thing. And so I'm hanging out and I'm having a good time for once. But like in the back of my head is still like, why would he say something like that? Like if he didn't want me to go, he could have said that, and then we could have worked out. I could have just went up to school and be like, hey, I'm not going to the prom anymore. Is there any way I can get my money back? Or I would have just taken that L. But whatever. And so so that happened, and I was really butthurt. I was so butthurt. So I'm dancing. I'm kind of having a good time, but I'm kind of over it, and I'm like, it's taking everything in me not to like call Christina and be like, come get me. And so we're dancing, we're having a good time. They had like a poker table, and my brother's best friend and his girlfriend were there, so I was with them a little bit, and I was hanging out, and everything was cool. I go back to the dance floor, and I see Kevin over there dancing, having him a grand old time. And like to other people, this might not be a big deal, but I feel like you told me no, you don't dance and all this other shit, but now you're out there giving Usher a run for his money. Like, what? And so I just was kind of like, wow, like that's what we're doing. And so then like I started crying. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I was that girl. I was crying. Like, I was like, wow. And so I stormed out, and I was like, I'm ready to go. And so like my friend Dulce, she saw that I was crying, so she came and talked to me, and she was like, you either let it go and enjoy the rest of your night, or you go talk to him and whatever. And so like I fixed my face. We were looking real not cute. And I fixed my face, and I went back inside, and I was like, can I have my stuff? And he was like, for what? It's not over yet. And then I was like, I don't know, I feel like you don't want to be around me or anything, so let me just grab my stuff so I don't have a reason to be around you. And he was like, well, nobody even said that. And I was like, okay, but that's just what it is, so can I have my stuff? He was like, all right, hold on. And so like, because he took his jacket off because he was dancing. And so I was like, ugh, like I was over it. And so I walked away, and like I started having a good time again. Like, I'm hanging out with my brother's best friend and his girlfriend. I'm hanging out with Camille. Like, I'm bouncing back and forth, and I'm having a good time. And then I walked back up to him, and I was like, hey, can I have my stuff? And he was like, for what? And I was like, I just want my stuff. And he was like, I'll just hold it for you. Like, there's no reason why you should have to hold it. You're you know, you don't have any pockets. And I was like, fine, whatever, just leave me alone. And so like I'm off doing my own thing, and yes, that was petty. Like, I could have been like, I don't know, I didn't like what you said earlier, but I didn't want to deal with that. And then towards the end of the night, he starts like dancing with some random girl, and I was just like, I really wish that I would have just known that it was going to be like that, because I would just save my money, to be honest. I was having fun, but then I would be miserable, and it's just a lot. And yeah, I'm telling the story out of order, so you don't understand the backstory, but like, it's just a lot. And so, sorry, there's something in my eye. And so it's towards the end of the night. I think the prom was about to end. Actually, it did end. Everybody's about to head out, and so I had to go find him. And so I'm looking for him, and I'm like, I just need my stuff. I'm ready to go. I had texted Christina. Christina's like, I'm on my way. I'll be there in 5. Like, I was ready to go. And so I was sitting there, and I was like, hey, can I have my stuff? And mind you, this is like the third time I've asked him for my stuff. I know it's annoying, but I was like, can I just have my stuff? He's like, yeah, here. And so he handed it to me, and then like my eyes start watering again, because I'm just remembering, like, what the fuck, you know? I'm just remembering it. And I was like, okay, I'm leaving. And he was like, wait, what are you going to do after this? And I was like, I'm going to not be here. And then he was like, but where are you going? Are you going to come with me to the after party? And I was like, why would I come with you to an after party when you didn't spend the party with me? I was like, I'm not saying you have to be all up under me, but like, you know that I came with you. So like, why wouldn't you, like, why wouldn't you at least be with me for a little bit, dance with me that one time, and dance with me that one time and then leave it alone, like, I just didn't understand. And so I was like, I'm ready to go. And then I got in the car, and like, they were asking me all these questions, but I'm crying and stuff. And this actually is one of the reasons why me and Lindsay really didn't talk for a little bit, because I was upset and I lashed out on her, and like, she took it personally. And I had to apologize for it after the fact. But yeah, I was just really upset and whatever. So I basically leave. I go to my brother's best friend's house, and I cry, and I'm like, I just can't believe that, like, that happened. Like, I don't treat anybody badly, so why would he do that to me? I just felt really hurt. I was just really hurt. And I was like, I'm never doing that again. After the incident, me and him didn't talk for I think it was like a month. No. Yeah, it was like a month, because I did go to his graduation, because I'm not a petty bitch. But yeah, I was so hurt. And like, to this day, I don't even think he knows how much he hurt me with that. I don't even think he cares, to be honest. But I finished school. I already took all 3 of my finals, and so you're probably gonna get a lot of videos. A lot of them probably gonna be story times, just because I don't like wasting makeup. Like, I don't like having, like, I don't want to film a makeup tutorial and I don't go anywhere. Like, I just don't want to do it. But yeah, it was just not good. And I'm not gonna call it like a prom horror story, but it wasn't a good prom. Like, compared to my prom, when I was there by myself, I had a great time. I had a phenomenal time. Like, it was great. Like, it was great. If I can find pictures, I will insert them at the end of the video, and hopefully you guys don't know this or I'm gonna see if I can like put a sticker over his face. I don't want to put a sticker over his face, but I'll see what I'll do. You might just get the picture of his face and that'll just be it. But yeah, that was it. That prom was not great. That was my last prom. Obviously, I'm grown. It was just, ugh. I get chills just thinking about it. And if you wouldn't believe me if I told you that I did not learn my lesson. I did not learn my lesson. It took 4 years after that for our friendship to finally like dissolve into whatever it is now. So anyway, thank you for watching. Excuse the bonnet, got a twist down under here. We're waiting to take it out. And yeah, thank you for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. Peace.